Have you ever noticed how calm and respectful Japanese children seem in public? Perhaps you have already tried timeout corners or reward charts, but your child still does not listen to you and does not respect boundaries. What if I told you that Japanese parenting is not based on strict control, but about educating children so that they want to do the right thing because they understand their role within the family? Today we are going to explore 7 secrets of Japanese parenting that help raise respectful and self-disciplined children, and how you can adapt these methods in your own home. Ready? Let's begin. Ame means allowing your child to depend on you completely during their first years. Japanese parents believe that children need to feel deeply secure and loved before they can develop independence and self-discipline. How does this look in practice? Instead of pushing babies and toddlers toward early independence, Japanese mothers stay physically close, respond immediately to their needs, and build an unbreakable bond of trust. This is not spoiling, it is building emotional security. Why does it matter? When children feel completely safe and accepted, they naturally want to please their parents and act in a way that maintains that harmony. They do not seek attention through bad behavior because they already have all the attention they need. The key is trust first. Discipline becomes easier later because your child does not want to disappoint you. Teaching through example. Japanese parents rarely give long explanations or speeches about behavior. Instead, they model exactly the conduct they want to see and let the children observe and imitate. A real example. If a Japanese mother wants her child to be tidy, she does not scold him for the mess. She simply picks up the space while the child watches. She might say quietly, "Let's put these toys back in their place." And they do it together without turning it into a battle. Children are natural imitators. When they see you speak calmly, treat others with respect, and take care of shared spaces, they absorb those behaviors as the normal way to act. This works because children learn more from what their parents do than from what they say. When you show calmness, respect, and responsibility consistently, your child begins to reflect those qualities naturally, not because you force them, but because it is the standard they see every day. The power of we over me. Japanese culture puts the group above the individual, and this is reflected powerfully in parenting. Instead of focusing on what you want, Japanese parents teach children to think about what is best for everyone. How does this apply? When a child wants something that might bother others, parents gently redirect by saying, "Let's think about how this affects our family," or "What would happen if everyone did the same?" For example, if a child is making noise in a restaurant, instead of telling them to stop, a Japanese parent might whisper, "Let's use a quiet voice so everyone can enjoy their food." This approach works because it teaches empathy and social awareness from a very young age. Children learn that their actions have repercussions that affect others. When they understand they are part of something larger than themselves, they naturally become more considerate and cooperative. They don't just follow rules, they care about their community, natural consequences instead of punishments. Japanese parents rarely use traditional punishments like timeouts or taking away privileges. Instead, they allow natural consequences to be the ones that teach the lesson. This means that if a child refuses to put on a jacket on a cold day, the Japanese parent simply lets them go out and feel the cold, and then offers the jacket without saying, "I told you so." If a child breaks a toy by being rough, they experience the disappointment of not having it anymore. The parent stays calm and empathetic. It must be very frustrating. What can we learn from this? No anger, no lecture, just reality as a teacher. This works incredibly well because children connect their decisions directly with the results, without the emotional drama of punishment. They do not hold resentment toward the parent. They simply learn that actions have consequences. Over time, this builds genuine self-discipline, not mere obedience based on fear. Giving responsibility. From a very young age, Japanese children have real responsibilities. 3-year-olds help set the table. Preschoolers serve lunch to their peers. Elementary students clean their own classrooms, not as a punishment, but to teach them that they are valuable contributors to their family and community. Japanese parents believe that when children have meaningful roles, they develop pride, competence, and a sense of belonging. A practical example, a 4-year-old can be responsible for watering the plants every morning or helping to fold small towels. If the child does it poorly, the parent does not redo the task. They accept the child's effort and thank them genuinely. Why does it create respectful children? Because children who contribute feel valued. They understand that their actions matter and help others. This builds self-esteem that comes from being useful, not simply from receiving praise. When children see themselves as collaborators and not just recipients, they naturally become more responsible and cooperative. Gentle persistence. Japanese parents avoid direct confrontations and power struggles. Instead of demanding immediate obedience, they use gentle and persistent guidance that respects the child's feelings while maintaining boundaries. How does this work? If a child refuses to leave the park, a Japanese parent does not shout or drag them away. They get down to their level and acknowledge the feeling. I know you're having fun and don't want to leave. And then they gently redirect. We have to go now, but we can come back tomorrow. Do you want to go down the slide one last time or say goodbye to the swings? It gives the child a moment to process, stays calm, and repeats the expectation as many times as necessary without anger. The key, the limit, the line never changes, but the way of communicating it remains respectful. This approach works because it does not turn every disagreement into a battle. Children feel heard and respected, which reduces resistance. Over time, they learn that boundaries are firm, but that their feelings matter and that cooperation is simply what is expected, not something to fight against. Teaching self-regulation through calm. Japanese parents believe that children learn to manage their emotions by observing calm and regulated adults, especially in moments of stress. Instead of matching the child's intensity, they become the calm anchor. How does this look? When a child has a tantrum, a Japanese mother does not shout, threaten, or try to fix the problem immediately. She stays physically close, her voice is soft and steady, and she waits for the storm to pass. She might say quietly, "I'm here with you. Let's breathe together." It teaches children that big emotions are normal, but that we don't have to act on every feeling we have. The mother's calm literally helps regulate the child's nervous system. Over time, children internalize this ability to pause and calm themselves. This is powerful because emotional regulation is the foundation of self-discipline. When children learn to handle their feelings without losing control, they can make better decisions, listen to instructions, and handle disappointment. Everything we want in respectful and balanced children. Now that you know the 7 Japanese secrets of parenting, let's talk about how you can start applying them in your own home. Even if you are not raising your children in Japan, the good news is that you don't have to change everything overnight. Small, consistent changes can make a big difference. Where to start? Choose 1 or 2 secrets that connect most with your family's current challenges. If your child struggles with responsibility, start with secret number 5. Give them a small, meaningful task every day. If power struggles are your biggest problem, focus on secret number 6 and be patient with the process. Japanese parenting works because it is consistent over time, not because it gives instant results. These methods build character slowly and deeply, creating lasting change instead of momentary obedience. Remember that every child and every family is different. You don't have to follow Japanese parenting to perfection. The goal is to adapt these principles in ways that work for your situation and culture. Tell me which of these 7 secrets you find most interesting. Leave me a comment and share what works in your family. Let's learn together. Parenting is a journey, not a destination. If these secrets change the way you view the discipline in your home, please subscribe and like the channel. We are uncovering the wisdom that helps families thrive. Let's cultivate the future together. The next treasure of knowledge will open soon.